Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and beautiful official update channel. Hope Logan leaves Spencer's new fashion company. Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan aren't exactly besties on The Bold and the Beautiful, but this is the longest the two women have been on good terms in a while. Sadly, everything is about to shift. A Steffy and Hope showdown is inevitable on the CBS soap and the two women will face off by next week. Will Hope Logan, Annika Noel, get the last laugh on Steffy and the Forresters and walk out on Forrester Creations and join her husband's new fashion house? New spoilers for the upcoming episodes of Bold and Beautiful can be found below. Hope and Deke have options. Just a few weeks ago, Hope Logan was on top of the world and celebrating the relaunch of Hope for the Future with her little brother Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, by her side. But Steffy Forrester has decided to go another route, aka her own brother wants that job, and fires Hope's little bro. Those will be words of contention. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Hope and Steffy's conflict at Forrester Creations has progressed. Hope Logan now has options because her husband's family recently entered the fashion industry. Hope no longer has to take Steffy's crap to keep Hope for the Future afloat for the first time in a very long time. She can pack up her designs and go work at Dollar Bill's, Don Diamorn, new company. Steffy's side or Hope's side? According to Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, the battle lines are being drawn at Forrester Creations, and everyone is going to have to pick a side. Was it wrong of Steffy Forrester to fire Hope's younger brother in favor of Thomas? Will Hope win out and move to the new Spencer Co., leaving FC in the dust? Carter Walton gets some competition? This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, the FC gang will prepare for a Forrester family Christmas. The sneak peeks show that Carter Walton and his date Daphne Rose will not be spending the holidays alone. Carter has no idea that his new romance may not last long. Is Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, the ONLY man in Daphne the Nose Rose's life though? Keep reading to find out. Here's what's happening next week on B&B, spoilers down below. What is Daphne Rose hiding about her past? When it comes to the Forrester Creations perfume guru, Bold and the Beautiful fans don't know much about her. She arrived at the office with one thing on her mind, seducing Carter for her pal Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. After the coup was over, Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, had developed real feelings for Walton and decided to stick around. A relic from Daphne's past will arrive in Los Angeles after the new year, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Rumor has it that whoever Daphne Rose was involved with before she came to town might be a bad guy. Does her ex-partner decide to visit Daphne now that she has a new man? Carter is unable to escape. Carter Walton has a horrible track record when it comes to relationships on the CBS soap. You can't help but feel bad for the guy, he's basically The Bold and the Beautiful's most eligible bachelor. Here's to hoping Daphne the Nose Rose won't just be another heartache for Lawrence St. Victor's character. Do you believe that Daphne and Carter's love affair will last only a short time? Is she concealing a dark past from her new partner? The uneasy peace between Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan on The Bold and the Beautiful has always felt temporary, like a fragile ceasefire destined to shatter the moment power, pride, or family loyalty was threatened. While viewers have grown accustomed to seeing these two women clash over men, morality, and the future of Forrester Creations, the current calm between them has been unusually long-lasting. That alone has been enough to make longtime fans suspicious. On a soap where history repeats itself with dramatic flair, no truce lasts forever, and all signs point to another explosive showdown brewing just beneath the surface. As the calendar inches toward a new year, the stage is being set for one of the most consequential confrontations between Hope and Steffy yet, one that could permanently alter the balance of power at Forrester Creations and send Hope Logan down a bold new path. Hope Logan has spent much of her adult life fighting to prove that she belongs at Forrester Creations, not merely as Ridge Forrester's daughter but as a capable designer and businesswoman in her own right. The relaunch of Hope for the Future symbolized more than just a fashion line revival. It was a validation of Hope's perseverance, creativity, and refusal to be pushed aside. Having her younger brother Douglas Deke Sharp by her side during that relaunch added an emotional layer to her success. Working alongside Deke represented trust, mentorship, and a belief in cultivating talent rather than exploiting it for Hope, whose family loyalty runs deep. That is precisely why Steffy Forrester's decision to fire Deke cuts so deeply and feels like a personal betrayal rather than a simple corporate move. Steffy's perspective suggests that the decision to fire Deke was necessary for business reasons. She has never hidden her belief that Forrester Creations should remain firmly under Forrester control, and her loyalty to her brother Thomas has often outweighed her willingness to compromise. By reinstating Thomas and pushing Deke aside, Steffy is once again asserting her authority and reaffirming her belief that bloodline and legacy matter more than innovation or sentiment. However, this move also reignites old wounds and reinforces the perception that Steffy will always prioritize her own family at Hope's expense, no matter how much Hope has sacrificed for the company. Hope Logan's newfound leverage sets this conflict apart from previous conflicts. For the first time in a very long while, she is no longer trapped in a corner, forced to swallow her pride to keep hope for the future alive. The Spencer family's entrance into the fashion world has quietly shifted the power dynamics in Los Angeles. Bill Spencer's new fashion house represents opportunity, independence, and a potential escape from the toxic cycle that has defined Hope's professional relationship with the Forresters. Knowing that she has another viable option fundamentally changes Hope's position. She no longer has to beg, compromise, or endure humiliation to protect her brand. This is where the possibility of Hope walking out on Forrester Creations becomes not just plausible, but powerful. If Hope chooses to take her designs, her vision, and her talent to Spencer's new company, the impact would be seismic. Forrester Creations would lose one of its most recognizable lines and a designer whose name carries weight with both consumers and investors. More importantly, Steffy would be forced to confront the consequences of her leadership style. Losing Hope would not be a quiet departure, it would be a statement, a declaration that Hope Logan refuses to be sidelined any longer. As battle lines are drawn within Forrester Creations, employees and family members alike will be forced to choose sides. This is never a good situation to be in, especially at a company where personal relationships and professional roles are deeply intertwined. Loyalty to Steffy may come with job security, but loyalty to Hope may feel morally justified. Every department, from the design room to the executive offices, will feel the internal tension. Old alliances will be tested, and new ones may form in unexpected places. Meanwhile, the Forrester family prepares for what is meant to be a joyous Christmas celebration, though the festive decorations and holiday cheer do little to mask the underlying strain. This year is no exception to the tradition of Christmas at Forrester Creations being a time when unresolved conflicts threaten to explode. Smiles may be plastered on for tradition's sake, but resentment and suspicion simmer just beneath the surface. The contrast between the holiday spirit and the brewing corporate war only heightens the drama, making every interaction feel loaded with unspoken tension. Away from the Hope-Steffy conflict, Carter Walton's personal life takes center stage, offering a parallel storyline filled with romance, mystery, and looming heartbreak. Carter, long regarded as one of the bold and the beautiful's most eligible bachelors, has endured more than his fair share of romantic disappointment. It appears that fate has another betrayal in store for him each time he opens his heart. His budding relationship with Daphne Rose initially appeared to be a refreshing change, a chance for Carter to finally experience a love that isn't overshadowed by secrets or ulterior motives. However, Daphne Rose herself remains an enigma. Introduced as a calculated player sent to manipulate Carter for Steffy's benefit, she gradually revealed a softer side, suggesting that her feelings for Carter had become genuine. This transformation allowed viewers to warm to her character, but The Bold and the Beautiful has never been a show that allows secrets to stay buried for long. The hints about Daphne's mysterious past have grown more ominous with each passing week, suggesting that her arrival in Los Angeles may have been the beginning of a much darker storyline. Rumors that a figure from Daphne's past will surface after the new year have sparked intense speculation among fans. Carter and Daphne could face difficulties as well if this person is truly dangerous or morally compromised. Carter's history of bad luck in love makes this development particularly heartbreaking. The possibility of betrayal or danger reappears just when it appears as though he might finally achieve stability. Critical questions about Daphne's true motives and the life she left behind are sparked by the possibility of her ex-boyfriend's arrival. When she arrived in Los Angeles, was she fleeing something? Did she reinvent herself to escape a past she would rather forget? And last but not least, how much of that past is she willing to reveal to Carter? On this soap, even the strongest relationships can be destroyed by secrets, and Carter's trust may be put to the test sooner rather than later. As these storylines unfold simultaneously, they reflect a common theme that has long defined the bold and the beautiful: the cost of ambition, loyalty, and love. Hope's struggle to protect her career without sacrificing her dignity mirrors Carter's quest for personal happiness without falling victim to deception. Steffy, on the other hand, represents the double-edged sword of power, capable of decisive leadership but often blind to the emotional fallout of her choices. Not only will Hope's departure from Forrester Creations mark a turning point for her character but also for the show as a whole. A move to Spencer's new fashion house would open the door to fresh rivalries, new creative challenges, and a redefinition of Hope's identity outside the Forrester shadow. It would also force Steffy to confront a reality she has long resisted: that control cannot always be maintained through authority alone. At the same time, the love story in Carter serves as a reminder that personal conflicts are just as important as business conflicts. His vulnerability makes him one of the show's most relatable characters, and viewers can't help but root for his happiness even as they brace for potential heartbreak. Whether Daphne's past will destroy their relationship or ultimately strengthen it remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Carter Walton's journey is far from over. As the new year approaches, the bold and the beautiful appears poised to deliver a series of dramatic turning points that will reverberate across every corner of Los Angeles. Emotional confrontations, shocking revelations, and decisions that will alter one's life are all expected in the coming weeks, from Hope Logan's possible defection to Spencer's fashion empire to the unraveling mystery surrounding Daphne Rose. In true soap fashion, no one will emerge unscathed, but those willing to take risks may finally find the freedom they've been searching for. Regardless of whether fans are on Team Hope or Team Steffy, this latest chapter reveals the very essence of what makes the bold and the beautiful so compelling: powerful women who refuse to back down, men who are torn between love and loyalty, and secrets that are waiting to burst open at the worst possible time. As alliances shift and hearts are tested, one question remains at the center of it all: who will truly come out on top when the dust finally settles?